want y'all to know that we appreciate what you're doing. And we want to talk more because as sure the vice mayor gets that, I know I get that on what are you doing with grant money, and the same things are making sure you're stopping this. And I know everybody at this table have had good conversations and talked to, but I have to deal with a public that's not aware of this, and they're thinking everything we do is to, but they don't even say stop it now. Curb gun violence. Curb gun violence. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. And sometimes the vice mayor and I get going and we'll talk about it, and I can see the vision of down the road. But when I go out in the community and see these folks who are 55 and 60 saying, hey, what are we gonna do right now? Because I can't go on my porch at night. People drive by and just take a gun and shoot up in the air. Just remind us that they're in control. Those kinds of things. And so I just want to share with you all that council who want to become more involved, not in terms of attending the meeting, but talk to you about it and ask certain questions about the mission. Is the mission still the same, or how are we doing it? Are we diverting from the mission? And the mission is to curb gun violence. Curb gun violence. I know everybody got different views on that. I just came in on this conversation. I don't know generally what it's about, but when we're talking about at-risk kids, we got to deal with that. Those are the ones who are at-risk kids, at risk to go back out, do what they've been doing, or at risk to get a gun, because everybody got a gun. Let's be realistic about that. You know, I could go out here now, or you could go out here now and ask a kid that goes to middle school, where can you get a gun? They can tell you. They can tell you. And I'm concerned about that. And it's nothing to be taken lightly. And even though, and I think it's a good thing, we're dealing with kids, very young people who will help them progress in the future and be aware of what's going on, and that's happening, and I think that's important. But we're asked to say, Mayor, are you curbing the gun violence? Are you stopping that? And it looks like every time we or you all do something positive, we got a gun action. We got some guns tonight. And I know that's not yours. I can't be on every corner. I know it's not, that's something we have to deal with, but we just from time to time as the governing body have to talk to the public about the outcomes. Are the numbers going down, or we're having a shooting 2-3 times a week now? And so we're pushing, and it's not that we don't support. I support what you're doing. I thank God for you taking your time, sacrifice. That's very much appreciated, because we all got things we've got to do. But as we go forward, I will just, and I've talked to Joe, that we wanted the groups and the organizations that have money out here that has grant to come to us and let's ask some questions about what are you doing for that? TAP, how are you using the X amount of dollars? How are you using that for gun violence? What are you doing? In any organization, what are you doing to curb gun violence? Because that's what we're about, to curb gun violence. And I mean, to make, we all got some things, just like I think the newest thing we out there, the newest program, and not the program yet, but the boxing issue. One of the things that attracted me to the boxing issue is people were telling me the kids that were there and the family, they're basically at-risk kids, or their parents have the track record of shooting, of going to prison, those things. But those kind of kids, maybe if we break through to them and teach them discipline and those kinds of things. So you guys work at it, you talk about it, but we just want to know what you're doing, how you're spending the money, because that's what comes into us. How you spending this money? Because it's a lot of money, and we're responsible for you all, your taxpayer money. We're responsible for how it's being spent. What are you doing? And so that's what we want to do. And I've talked to Joe about that, and And as we go on and talent show, now I heard somebody suggest a talent show, suggested that we do a rapper talent show, but the rap gotta be, don't do this, don't do the gun thing that they can do, rapping that kind. I heard that talked about, I don't know where it went, but a rap talent show. And I think those things can have an effect, if we key to it, you make sure we get the right people. Make sure we get the right people there. I think it can have an effect. But I've got to go back. We're doing performance evaluations today. But thank you all for your service and time to time, and we'll be keeping an eye. And council wants to just know more, get involved. And so from time to time, we'll be asking you to come, or some organization to come and just tell us, what are you doing? It's like a report card. Show me your grade. You've been in business for us. Let's see your grade. Is it A, B, C? Does it need improvement? Tell us that, because George see that we have to answer. Those reporters back there are going to answer for shooting occurs, and I pray that it doesn't. They can say, okay, Mayor Lee, what happened? And I'll tell them I wasn't on Massachusetts Avenue at 8 o'clock tonight. But we're gonna keep working, we're gonna keep going. You're the people here. I don't think any of you are here by accident. All of you bring good things to the table. And we're gonna suggest some things, but this council wants to be more involved. And that's what we're gonna do. And so I don't want you to think we're overwhelmed or trying to push you or that. We want to be more involved and understand it, because we have to give the explanation. Even for the talent show. Mr. Mayor, what is that talent show doing? Can you share that with us? So, and Joe can't be everywhere, so we all have to be able to do that and explain that. But please, this is serious business. People are getting shot and murdered. Homicides in our city, constantly. I hate to say that, but it's a reality. People are getting shot. They're finding bodies and people shot, and you all know about the police. Nobody wants to help the police, and there's a lot of stuff to deal with that too. But help. We need your help. We need you to make the tough decisions. We need to make the unpopular decisions. But we want to make sure that we can tell people we're getting our money's worth. We're getting our money's worth.